And
And
so we start.
my mom spoke fluent Kiowa, but we never really learned like just, I have words going around in my head all the time. And I'm like, man, what is that? What was her and grandma talking about, So
Uh-huh.
so hopefully I'll get my answers.
Go ahead and we can kind of just go over this. It's still not printing. Let's see if I can add a printer. I knew I should have a.
I might already have a copy of it.
Oh, do you? Oh, there it is, right there. Here we go. I think.
From one of the last classes that Travis and Leon.
Oh, okay.
I still have all my old notes.
Well, that's a good. You're a good student.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'd like to have can you see us on your end, Michelle? My camera working?
Yeah, I just can't see Tara, but I think she's blacked out.
Yeah.
Maybe she's got her camera.
I'm just going to turn my computer and I'd like to ask Melody if she'd introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Melody Wheeler. My maiden name is Cannon. My grandma's spotted horse, but I really didn't grow up Iowa, more absentee Shawnee. So that's why I'm here today to learn a little bit more about that part of my
Yeah. Cool.
And then we'll introduce you to Jamie.
Hi, my name is Jamie Whartonby. I live here in Tulsa. I'm an ANQ and I was raised around Kiowas my whole life and got away from it for a little while. Tried to get away from my family, but they won't let me. So here I am.
I hear you.
And here's Steve.
I'm Steve Salmon. My grandmother was Mae Johnson up around Mears. And, she spoke Kiowa. I didn't pay enough attention, so.
Yeah.
There we go. Here you go, Melody. So this is what we covered the last time. And it printed both of them. Finally got it to print for you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and I just wanted to quickly review what we talked about last time. Melody, do you have the orthography? Or are you able to get on the web and see the orthography that we covered for the last class? It was called a detailed orthography chart. If not, I can put it on this. I can print another one too.
You don't have that online?
It's on the website. If you go to the District 7 page and you go to our website.
I put a link in the chat here. It's our link tree. It's where we put everything. So if you go to the top, it says website. If you scroll down, it says like Norman language or Tulsa language class, and it has the date of the class
Right.
and then what we went over.
Okay.
So you can get it there. And then also if you want to review this is just our second class. If you want to review it, I put that on YouTube, and that's also in the link tree.
Okay, cool.
So if we go to like District 7 and you go in there, you should be able to, and I'm just going to print you out one, Melody, too, so we can kind of go over it together. 3 copies. And this is what I think this is what you have, right? Your chart right here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go back and share my screen. Okay, are you able to see my screen, Miss Melody? Oh, I'm sorry, Michelle. Sorry.
Yeah, I see it.
And we're just going to kind of review what we went over the last time was this chart. You know what? I might just, this is going to make me, let me download it and open it in PDF because it's gonna be so large of a file. There. Okay, there we go, finally. So you should be able to see this is the actual modified Kiowa language orthography. And for those of you who are just joining us, this is we're just going to kind of review what was covered in lesson 1. You can actually download these files if you go to the chat here in Zoom, and you can download all these documents. So you'll have them available to review. So if you go on here to, how do I make this go full screen? We're gonna go ahead and I'm just trying to make it bigger so we can see it on the TV here. And we have Ada Browley. Where are you from, Ada?
I'm from Tulsa.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
welcome to the.
Yeah, Jack was supposed to be here, but he went off with Paul, Jack Ankew.
Oh, I see.
And he hasn't come back yet.
That's Jamie Whartonby. She joined.
Jackie's sister.
Yeah, Jackie's sister's here with us. Okay, so let's go ahead and review the sounds. Let me get, actually, before you do that, let me get that. Right now.
Were you raised in Tulsa? You weren't raised in Tulsa?
I was raised in Norman and Shawnee area.
Oh.
I remember Melody when she was in Norman many moons ago.
Yeah.
So that's the one we're covering.
Okay.
You have that one still?
Not with me.
Okay. So these are we're going to cover the vowel sounds in Kiowa. There are 10, and they're on the screen here. If you can see my screen, you can write them down. You can jot them down. There's a printout if you want to print that out. And what we covered was just the sounds of Kiowa. There are 10 vowels, and so I'll review them, and y'all just say them. If you're mic'd, if your microphone is on, I ask that you turn your microphone off, because when everybody starts talking all at once, it kind of just makes a lot of background noise. So we're going to say them together here, but if you're online, you can say them to yourselves. Just make sure your mics are muted. So the first vowel is A-U, and it makes the sound aw, just like you would say aw, aw. It is not nasalized or anything. If you see the notes in Kiowa, when you ever see a tilde over an N, indicates like a sound is nasalized. So the aw sound is our AW sound, and it's said together. Is that on your sheet?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have an ah sound. It's just a regular A. Ah, ah, ah. And the E in Kiowa is not a E sound, as in like a B, but we say A. So everybody repeat after me. A,
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 A.
A.
Yep, just like you'd say A, you know, in our humor markers. It's the same term, but we use an E for that vowel. Now here, the I is actually the E sound, like B or C. We say E. So repeat after me. E, E, E. Uh-huh. And so that's just what the I sound stands for. Then we have O, just like your regular O in English. O,
O.
O. And then you have the U sound that's a little bit different. We say ooh. Ooh. It's a double O. Ooh. Ooh. Those are our normal sounds in Kiowa, 6 vowel sounds. Aw, ah, and y'all can repeat after me. So everybody say aw, ah, A,
A,
E,
E,
O,
O,
U.
U.
Okay. And then those are the four normal sounds, or I'm sorry, six normal sounds in Kiowa. We have four diphthongs that combine sounds. So a diphthong is just a combination of sounds, and these are the vowel diphthongs. The first one is A-U-I. And we say that as it's a very Kiowa sound, and it's just oi, oi, like you're saying oi. There you go, Melody. Oi. So you say that first vowel on your sheet there says A-U, you're saying oi. Okay, so you can practice that, and it's very, very important that you say that correctly, oi. And the AI sound, you have the ah and the E sound together. Together, they make the sound I. I. Because you're saying ah, and then the E sound at the E. Yeah, there you go. I. Yeah. You can kind of say it like I, you know, but I. 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 Everybody say that again. Yeah. Just like your I, you know, you're saying I. The OI sound is, it almost kind of sounds like oi, but it's oi. Like you say ahoy or boy, it's oi. So we'll practice saying oi, I, and oi. I and oi. A lot of people get those sounds mixed up, but it's I and there you go. I and oi and oi. You're getting that, Jamie. You just gotta
I've always
practice.
had a hard time with that oi.
Yeah. The way I say it is I say the AW, so like I say I and I just add E, oi, like a kind of Y on the end of it. Like I. And then we have the UI sound, which creates ooey. Like you would say ooey, but you just say it quite quick. Ooey. Ooey. So those are the six vowels in Kiowa. And so the left column is actually the letters that we use in the new orthography that we're using as a tribe. So those are, the right side is the phonetic sounds. The actual left, the first column there is the sounds that we're going to use for the class. And you can also watch our first class on the YouTube channel. It's posted if you'd like to, District 7 YouTube channel, if you'd like to review these again. The consonants that we wanted to include, so you see in the right side, it says all these other consonants are the same. Like we have the same B, a same C, D. We don't have a whole lot of words that use F or L, or, you know, I don't think we even have any words that use the word like the letter Q, but if you see them, those consonants remain the same. But we have some distinct sounds in Kiowa that I want to review, and that's the PB sound. And so now there are two things that we'll use. And so I want you to make a note. You see that bracketed B? Basically, that's telling us there's two sounds going on. We're making a PB sound, and we say the word ba. There you go. Just you're saying the P and the B together, say ba. Now, the best way you can check if you're saying it right is you put your hand in front of your face and say ba. You're not supposed to feel anything. Sometimes if you say paw first, like paw, you feel like a little puff of air, and then say ba. If you don't, you feel the difference. So if you say paw, you feel a little puff of air, and if you say ba, you don't feel a puff of air on your hand. That's how you kind of know that. That's how you know you're making the correct sound, because the P and the B sound are said together. So you say ba. Yeah, ba. It makes the sound ba. Repeat after me. Ba. ba, ba. Now we use a bracketed B, but for this lesson, we also use a line through a B or a B sound. And you'll kind of see some of these as we go through the lesson. I use either term, either one goes. So if you see like a B with a line through it, or a P with a line through it, it's that sound, the PB sound. Okay, and then the next one is a TD sound. So say, hold up your hand again in front of your face and just say like tongue, tongue for a regular T, tongue, or yeah, ton, ton, ton. You can feel that puff of air. Now, the same way you're going to say the TD sound, and you're going to say da. So instead of say tongue and like T and tongue, say da, da. So just put your tongue behind your teeth and say da. And if you don't, you don't feel that puff of air, then you know you're saying it correctly. So that's a good way to check when you ever have the bracketed D, or it sometimes in our orthography, we'll use a D with a line through it, which you'll see a little bit of tonight. Not a whole lot, but we're just getting used to the different ways we use our orthography. And the same goes for the GK sound. The next is it makes the sound like, say, K as in key. Say key, key, like you say a key for a car, key. Same way, you see that little puff of air on your palm. Now you're going to say a G and a K together, and you're going to say key, key. There you go. You don't feel that puff of air. So you say key and you say key. There you go. Very good. Very good. Key. So whenever you feel it, now that's a word in Kiowa. You just said if you have never taken a Kiowa language class, when you say key, you don't feel that puff, the GK sound, that means meat. That means meat. Key. Now, Kiowas will say, do you want some key? You can say that's not correct because you're not saying it like a GK sound. It is, yeah. But you can tell them, but I still like some, yes. So yeah, that's a GK sound, and that's our sound for how we utilize that diphthong there. Now we also combine a T and an S sound, and the best way it's an ejective TS sound, and that sound makes whenever you see the apostrophe there, it's popped. So you got to practice saying oh. There, that's our word for rock. So say oh. We call it like really popping and enunciating that, like an X saying oh. There you go. Now I heard it. I heard that pop. And that's a very distinct Kiowa sound. Oh. Oh. Like it's, yeah, you want to say oh. And that's our word for rock. Very good. You're saying that correctly. Oh. And the next P, and we can go back to the PB sound because it's close to it, but we say aw. Really pop that P. Aw. There you go. Aw. Yeah, there you go. Aw. And so you say aw. And it's different from ball. The PB sound is ball. So practice that for a minute. Say aw and say ball. There you go. So aw, yeah, you're getting it, Melody. Melody, sorry.
You're fine.
You say aw. There you go. And then ball. There you go. You got it. And then you see the consonants, there's a regular P, and you can still say paw. So I want us to practice all three of those sounds together. We're going to say the PB, like together, the bracketed B, paw. And then I want you to say the popped P, which is the one right below it, about 4 blocks down, aw. And then I want you to say a regular P, as in paw, like on a kitten. You say just paw. There you go. So we're going to say paw, and we're gonna say aw,
Aw.
and we're gonna say paw.
Paw.
So we'll do it again. Paw,
Paw.
aw, and paw. Now, so like you say, those are three words you just said. When you say we're gonna learn, you say ball to eat. Ball is the bracketed B sound. You say ball, and you say aw for moon or river, and then you say paw for buffalo. But you're talking, it's another word for we use for buffalo. So there's paw as in bat ball, and then you say aw for moon or river, and then you say paw for buffalo. Yeah. Okay. The same with the T. The T sound, there's and this is a very Kiowa sound, like that, at all, at all, or something like that, or that's a pop T. You just really emphasize that T as in, you got to make that puff of
Like-
breath.
Put my tongue behind my teeth.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to spit something out.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly, and you just kind of make it spit it out.
Mhm.
If you're spitting on the sound on your hand, we won't do that in here, but it means you're saying it right. So you say, you should feel like that little puff.
Is that the TD sound that we just did?
No, the TD sound is that, as in, da,
Okay, the one that we're doing
is
that
that pop T.
is the little mark on it.
Yeah, little apostrophe above
Okay,
it.
okay.
That's the pop T to like really emphasize it. And then the K is the same way, really emphasized a K. It's different from gaw, which is the bracketed, the GK sound up above it. That you say that gaw. Let's say that one more time, just the GK sound, gaw. There you go, gaw. And now say the popped K is an aw. There you go. See, there's a difference there. Aw. Or oak. Oak means mountain. So you say oak, that means mountain. That's the popped K. But you see on the right side, there's a regular K. You can say it for key. Key, key, like outside, I'm going out. That's what I said. But you can say reference outside. But it's different from the GK sound, which is gaw. So I want to practice. I'm going to go back to the T because I didn't do this before. So we're going to say the TD sound together. Say da, and we're going to say the popped T now. Aw. There you go. And then a regular T as in tame. Yeah. Tame means tongue, but you don't pop the T on tame. You say tame, like you regular T. It's not popped, and then you don't combine the D sound. So we're going to say those again. Say thaw. And we're going to say aw. And then we're going to say tang. Tang. Yeah, it's just a regular T. And now we're going to go through the K sounds, which is the GK. Say the word for mother. Call. Call. That's how you address your mother. Call. And it's on your program. You see that word there? That means mother. Call. And actually, it's the one going diagonal because you see the bracket.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
mom. Call. And then we have the popped K as in aw. There you go. Aw. To cut something, aw. Or something's bad, get all day, you're popping that K. Aw. And then you have a K sound and you say call. Call. You probably, if you've heard Kyle before, we have a word for akomba. That is the popped K at the beginning of that. And then you say gom, like akomba. Akomba means your relatives. So you're popping that K. So there's three different Ks, there's three different Ts and Ps. So I want you to do is I want you to practice and just hearing these sounds so you can kind of get used to, what sounds Kiowa makes. So we're going to go ahead and go into our lesson for this evening. Let me stop sharing there. And I'm going to pull up our lesson. Do y'all have any questions? I'm just going to pause for questions right here. Michelle or Jane, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. Is there something that wasn't quite clear?
My grandpa's last name's so
Uh-huh.
and it's TSO, it's Otaddle, but it's Apache.
Yeah.
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 And my mom
Otad.
said, yeah, she was saying it's hole in the rock. But
Yeah,
it's
because
rock.
O is rock. So that's what
Mhm.
you're talking about when you say O.
Yeah, it's O.
That's yeah, that's how you say the name correctly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. There is a website that I like to introduce. It's called Learning Kiowa. We're going to learn Kiowa, and these are the lessons that we've been using for adult learning. So you can always go and reference these things and practice. And so the lesson is what we're going to talk about here is the lesson plan here. And it should be in the chat. Is that right, Tara? Is that placed in the chat for this evening? I'm gonna go and share my screen.
It should be.
Okay. Are you able to see that, Michelle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is level 2, lesson 1. And so the number of the week, we just learned the sound. You see that? Let me see if I can enlarge it a little bit. Do you see that G? It's got a line through it. That's the GK sound. We also use that in orthography. And it makes the gaw sound, as you see on that first sound. So everybody say gaw. And you see it's got a tone that goes up. And so you say gaw. And you kind of think about you're going up and you're rising. You say gaw. Yeah. There you go. Gaw. There's gaw and there's gaw. And there's different tones that we use in Kiowa. And we talked about the nasalized N. Now you don't say keen. You don't say the N when you see that behind a vowel, but you say gaw keen. So that's the number of the week in this lesson. And so you can write it. Oh, did you get that lesson?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was looking at it. Yeah.
And everybody's got it here. You got it too, right, Steve? Gawking. And everybody repeat after me. Gawking. Now you see that colon in the middle? That actually means you're elongating it. You're making it longer for that sound. Yeah. That's why I'm saying gawking. Everybody practice that. Say gawking. Yep. And you see the tone goes down on the second vowel. So say gawking. There you go. And you're nasalizing that. How you say, if you're saying it right, everybody says, am I saying that right? You can check your vowels really easy with nasalization. How you do it, you hold your nose. And so just say that last syllable, say kang. Kang. There you go. And if you feel that nasalized, you feel like a rattle in your nose, kang, then you're saying it right. So you're saying gaw kang. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You're saying it right if you feel that nasal. Now you're not saying the N all the way. You're just saying king. Yeah, there you say gaw king. There you go. That's good. And that means the number 10. And the phrase of the week, since we're starting out on this lesson, is Hanya. Y'all probably have heard this before. You say Hanya hai gaw. Han ya hai gaw. That means I don't know. Yeah. Han means like the negative. It means no. Or like a negative, you're something like you say, hey, go Han. It can be, I don't have anything. But you say Han means no, no. And it's the negative marker. Yeah, yeah, it's not yan, it's ya.
Yeah.
You're not saying yan like the N, it's just there to mark that the A is nasalized. So I say ya.
Yeah.
There you go. Ya, hi, gaw. Yeah, yeah, and the gaw goes up and down. So you can say gaw.
Oh.
It kind of goes up and down. And so y'all practice saying that. We'll practice this a couple of times. Han ya hi gaw. Very good. Han ya hi gaw. Go around the room. Go ahead, Melody, say it. Han ya hi gaw.
Hanya.
Very good. You sounded really good.
Oh, thank you.
Han ya hi gaw. I don't know. Jamie, you want to try?
Hanya, Hanya, hi, God.
There you go.
Anya, I go.
Hanya hi gaw. I don't know. So you can always use this if I ask you a question. You know, you could say Hanya hi gaw. I don't know. That's the phrase of the week. So we're going to do some greetings here. Everybody, you know, I'm kind of going a little fast because we covered everything. You can watch the lesson one and kind of catch up a little bit. But I wanted to start just talking and doing some greetings because that's what our Kiowa people, we need to know how to greet one another. So if you scroll down, you'll see some statements and some responses. And so I'll be partnering up with a Melody here. And, you know, maybe I'll open the mic up and maybe Jane and Michelle can be partners online. And then maybe Jamie and Steve, y'all can be partners because we're going to practice these questions and responses. But first, we're going to practice saying them. I'll go ahead and state the question, okay? Or the statement. I'm making a statement, in fact, the first one. And it's Honde onde en san. And don't just kind of let that soak in for a minute. And I'll say it really slowly. Honde onde en san. And I'm not popping the T and the S. But I'll say it once again. Honde onde en san. And the tone goes down on the aim, and san, it goes back up. Honde onde en san. It means, and you can write down what the interpretation is. If you need a pen or anything, Steve, you might need a pen. You can use that if you'd like to write. And it means how wonderful it is that you have come, that you came. How wonderful you came. The word san is means that you're coming. So we say Honde onde en san. And you follow those tones. They're going up all the way on Honde onde, and they go down and say en san. So we're going to take it just that first phrase and just say Honde onde. Honde onde. There you go, Melody. Yeah, you don't have to say the whole thing yet. We're just saying, so just practice saying Honde onde, Jamie.
Honde, Honde.
There you go. Steve.
Honde.
There you go. Honde onde. That's all you're saying. How wonderful. You can say that by itself, but when somebody comes to your home or comes to visit you, you say aim is the word for you. So you say aim san. You came, how wonderful. You know, that's what you're saying. So say aim san, that last part. There you go. Not san, but san. Like the end of cats. Say cats. You just feel that TS. Say san. There you go.
Aim son.
Aim san. That's right.
And
There you go. Very good. Now you're going to combine the two and you're going to say Honde onde and san. So Melody, you go first. There you go. Very good. Oh, Tulsa.
A song.
Almost say Hyundai on day. One more time.
Hyundai.
There you go.
A song.
Aim time. Aim time. Yep. You're saying how wonderful is. I'm gonna have Michelle. You want to practice that? Let's hear how you sound.
Hyundai Hyundai aim song.
That's good. That sounds very good. Jane, you want to try it? Is her microphone on? Oh, you might be muted. Jane Browley? Her microphone's not working. We'll come back to you though. Okay. Now we have a response. And our word for Kiowa for yes is haul. So you say haul. And then you say, there's two ways you can say this, but you're saying the same thing. It means you too. So there's Kiowas, we were never, we were in different bands. And people use different terms for different words. And people will say like that, you know, people always kind of, they used to terrorize one another. My elders, when I used to hear them talk, they said, well, you're not saying that right. And you must be from Carnegie or you must be from Zoltone, because they would say like a ball. Well, you go like to Anadarko and they say a gall. A ball for bread, and some people say a gall. And so there was a dialect variance. And it was just because we were never together as one tribe, people made up different, you know, they started to evolve over time. And so maybe not being together for years due to a pandemic or something, they made new words or they used different terminology, but they're almost the same. So the responses are the same. You can say it either way. So Paul, Sal. And remember to pop that TS. Paul, Sal. It's difficult, that first one. Everybody say al.
Song.
That's good. Al. And you can
Song.
really roll that. There you go. That sounded really good. You can really roll that L too, because Kiowas like to roll that L. They kind of almost make it sound like a D. Say al. They like that DL sound. Let's call it the down low sound. Al.
Song.
There you go. That means you too. So you could say Paul, you too. Paul, al. There you go. The easier one is the second one here. You could say Paul, al. There you go. Paul, al. Al. Not, it's not, you don't put the M on that second, you separate the two. Means you. So you say, anybody you say you're saying you. So make sure you separate. You say al. Sometimes people will try to say amal. You know, they put that M on the second part. So you want to, the colon is there. We want to separate those two. So say al. There you go. Good, Jane. And Michelle, you want to try it? Say al.
Idle.
There you go. Al. That's right. It means the same thing. You too. The easier one that I say is that second one. I say al because you're kind of removing that. I think it's a more formal way of saying al. You kind of, I say it right. Yeah.
Idle.
Yeah. That first one's got a little bit extra syllable. So what I want you to do is you kind of know how they sound. I'll practice with melody, and then you practice with and we can go ahead and remove the you can turn on your mic and you can practice with Jane.
What was
And
the
then
meaning? I'm sorry. What was the meaning of
the meaning?
idle? Yeah. What's the reply? What's the
Yes,
response?
you too. They both mean yes, you too.
Mhm.
both phrases. Okay, so I would like for one of you to ask the other one or tell the other one, Honde onde and san, and then the other one practices both phrases. And then I want you to switch after that, just practice.
Okay, I'll go first. Or do you want to?
Okay, you want to ask me first?
Okay, go ahead, go first.
How do I do this with another person?
It's there.
San.
That's right.
Go ahead, Jane.
Honde onde and
Okay.
san.
Honde on
Okay.
de en san.
Auto.
Soha, soha. Paul. Al.
Okay.
And then Hyundai Omde aim song.
Okay.
Paul, out.
I like the other one.
Or ha,
Al.
Auto. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Auto, just so you can practice with the tongue.
Here, gonna
Yeah.
practice your request.
Auto.
Honde onde san.
Auto.
When I first started
There you go.
learning it, I used to write out
Thanks.
so that I could, oh.
There you go.
Auto.
Now I'm asking you.
on de san, right?
Hyundai Omde
On de san,
aim
and san,
aim song. And then
yeah.
I say ha ohms auto. Ha ohms auto. Ha ohms auto. Or auto, shortcut, auto.
Yeah, I'm out, I'm out.
Oh, auto. That's cool.
Y'all sound really good. Sounds really good. Good practice. Okay. Let's how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all can practice again, just kind of review and practice, speaking to yourself or to your family. You can kind of go through it. We're not going to cover everything here tonight, but we're going to start this one lesson. The next one, you say the same start of the phrase. Honde onde am I san. So everybody repeat that after me. Am I san.
And aim oi san,
Yeah. You're making that long, that I. Am I.
aim oi,
You want to say the I, the AWY
San.
sound. So you're
San.
saying I. Am I san. There you go. You don't pop it, but you want to make that TS sound. San. Am I san. Sometimes I say that in class to kind of make sure that people hear that TS sound. And then I kind of have to go back and correct and say it's not popped, but I'm trying to make y'all hear that TS, the different T sound. So am I san. What that means is honde onde, how wonderful. You came again. So the I means again. So like if somebody comes back to your house, how wonderful you came back. You came again. So you say, Honde onde am I san. Honde onde am I san. And you're just adding that little syllable in there to say again. Yeah, I san. You see the top part, you're just adding that little syllable. Anytime you hear I san or I bon, that means you're again. So I san. So everybody repeat after me. Honde onde. Oh, am I san.
aim
Oi,
oi
on.
There you go. We'll do it one more time. Honde onde. Aim. Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Honde onde.
Hyundai Omde
on de
Am I san.
aim
aim oi
oi
son.
There you go. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing, same partners. And y'all ask the question and y'all do responses. And I'm gonna turn off our mic so we can give you a little, it won't catch so much background noise on our end.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Honde em oitzan.
yeah, Hyundai, aim oits on, aim oits on. Huh.
Yeah. Ha am zadel.
Oh, saddle.
And
Okay,
the other is ha adel.
yeah, so if I say Hyundai, aims on, that's how wonderful you came.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. And honde em oitzan. How wonderful you again came.
Yeah.
Sick, you know.
You know, I remember hearing all this from my grandma and my mom talking, you know? So
Mhm.
sometimes it's kind of like easy kind of saying some of it because I remember, you know.
That's neat.
So, so we said, how wonderful it is you came again. You say, Honde onde am I, son. And the responses are the same. Ha, al, or ha, al. Just remember that the sound represents you. So you want to say that together. You're not trying to add that. You don't want to say al. You want to say al.
Yeah.
Al. You're trying to separate that too, because the M can sometimes carry over. It's harder to do when you say al, because that TS sound and the M are hard to make. But you want to say al or al. So yeah. So yeah, that's the next phrase. You just got to practice, and this is going to be on YouTube, so you can go back and listen. The next one is Hyundai own day, which we're getting comfortable with. Hyundai own day. And I'm going to start using that in classes and just say Hyundai own day. How wonderful, right? And this next one is aim, just like we said before. And then there's that popped K, and it makes the aw, and there's a TD sound, and it makes the they. Aw, a. I'm trying to say that TD sound. So it's all day. Yeah, let's practice just that last word. And that means to meet. Like when you meet somebody for the first time, you say, how wonderful it is to meet you. Because that aim sound means you. And you're saying all day. All day. All day. And it's not nasalized or anything. It's just saying all day. There you go. Very good, Melody. Sounded really good. All day. There you go. God, I heard it that time. That's what we call that's the Kiowa K. Kiowa K. All day. And you can't go too, you can't make it too hard and too pop. You can make it as hard as you want to. You say all day. There you go. And that means it's wonderful to meet you. So you say Hyundai on day, aim all day. So it's a little, you kind of take your time. Okay, we're just repeat after me. Hyundai on day.
Hyundai.
Honde on day.
Aim all day.
Aim
Aim
all day.
all day.
Oh. One more time. Hyundai on day.
Hyundai.
Honde.
Aim all day.
Aim all day.
day.
Oh. And both the tones go up. So say all day.
All
There you go.
Day.
day.
Melody's got it right there.
Day.
All
Day.
yeah.
All day.
Sounded good.
All day.
All day.
There you go. Yeah. That sounded good. Now you can say whenever you meet somebody for the first time, you can say no tsal me it says me too our own time. And that means I'm glad. Our own time. You can always say that. Our own time. I am glad. That's what that last phrase says. So you say no tsal like me too. You're saying me too,
No.
and you're saying like me too. Like when you say like I'm happy. Me too. I'm happy to meet you. You know, and then you say I own Tom. I'm happy or I'm glad. And just like you say here, we said before, there's two ways to say it. So say "Nåts all own Tom." So we can kind of practice that first response. Nåts all. Y'all repeat after me. Your nåts all.
No.
Waddle.
Own Tom.
Oh,
Remember that T is not popped. It's just own Tom. There you go. So you say "Nåts all." Everybody. Nåts all. Own Tom. Yeah, you're saying, and the after the O, you're not saying the whole N on either of those. It's just telling you that the O and the A are nasalized. So you say own Tom, and you can make that sound really Kiowa if you just elongate that own Tom. It sounds really Kiowa when you say I own Tom. You sound like an old man or old woman. I own Tom. I feel happy, feel good, you know. So you say Nåts all, everybody. They Nåts all. I own Tom. There you ha. The next phrase is Nå all I own Tom. So y'all say, I'm gonna say, and y'all repeat that first word. Nå all. Aim oi don't again. Nå all.
no,
Oh. Nå all.
no,
And then the same phrase. I own Tom.
oh, oh,
Yeah. So let's go back and just say the phrase again. So, and then we'll go into partners and practice. So we say, Honde on day.
onde,
Aim all day.
encode,
That's the statement or question. And then you say the response, not al
no,
own Tom. Oh, and you say in the second phrase, no al own Tom.
oh,
No al own Tom.
um, oh,
Mean the same thing. They mean the exact same thing. You're saying, me too. I am happy. That's your response. And somebody says, Honde onde oh they. No, it's all own time. You know, me too. I feel happy. You know, it's a very Kyle, you know, like y'all were saying online, you probably heard Kyle before, and that's what it's like, you know, it's expressive. Honde onde and oh they. Oh, no, it's all own time. You know, me too. I feel happy. So you can say it just like that. So we're gonna break up. I'm gonna put us on mute. And I want y'all to practice online. Michelle, you and Jane.
Okay.
I'm confused on this one.
Honde all day and all day.
Oh, now I forget what to say. Not, not auto, owned all. I don't know. I'm confused. I wrote my notes down wrong. No, subtle and owned all. Yeah, I've got my notes backwards. I've got the same thing written twice, so maybe I don't know
Yeah,
what's going.
yeah.
No, it's not auto all. Is that what it's saying?
Yeah.
No, auto.
own time.
No, owned all on owned all. Go up on it. Not auto on
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
Y'all
No,
need some help?
no,
You
it's
know,
all
one thing I did
own talk.
started learning this
Or
Now,
no.
was I wrote it phonetically.
yeah, I'm doing the same
All
thing.
own talk.
I'm writing mine phonetically too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can say it like, Honde onde emcote. You can write it phonetically if it helps you. And you just will get used to the orthography
Yeah,
later.
that's what I had to do when I was
Yeah.
first learning, because there was
Onde,
no way.
onde, on.
The only thing about phonetics, everybody has their own different phonetics, so
Yes.
we're just using the modified chart in order to kind of keep an even playing field. But you can use your own phonetic notes. So honde onde and cote. Remember that all that is popped, and then that that TD sound. Now I think where y'all are having problems with is that first nots al.
No,
That's
No.
one phrase. So you're saying like me
No,
too. No, it's I'll,
No, it's all.
and you can kind of break it up and say I own Tom. You can you can say I own Tom anytime. Like I'm glad, I own Tom. It's its own phrase. So I own Tom. There you go.
own talk.
Very good. I own Tom. Yep. And then it gets even those Kiowas, we like to add stuff. So this fourth phrase is we're just adding that again in there. But it sounds really Kiowa when you hear it. So you say, Honde onde am oi te. Now this time when you add that oi, it changes the tones going down. So you say, Honde onde am oi te. It's a beautiful phrase because you're saying it's glad to meet you again. But you say honde onde aim oi te. Kind of like a melody, melody. It's kind of like it's got that rhythm. Honde onde aim oi te. And I'll say it a couple more times because it's a long phrase. Honde onde aim oi te. So you're just saying it's good to meet you again. That's what you're saying there. Honde onde am oi te. Like Melody, I haven't seen her in a long time. So honde onde am oi te. So you say ha, and then you say not al. So we pray that. Just practice that. Say not al.
No,
There you go. And remember, it's popped there. It's a popped. It's got that apostrophe, so you can't say it. Not al. Or you can say the easy phrase, ha, no al. No al. There you go. Ha, no al. Yeah. So that means it basically means ha. You're saying me too. I'm glad to meet you again. Oh yeah, me too. I'm glad to meet you again. And it's the same response. So you say honde onde am oi te. You say ha, not al. Or you say honde onde am oi te. Ha, no al. You can say me too. Oh yes, me too. So I'll say those again a couple more times. And you just kind of can y'all hear me okay? I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah,
going through
you
okay.
found.
So you say honde onde am oi te. And then the response, ha, not al. Or you say ha, no al. Both mean yes, me too. I'm gonna say it one more time, and then y'all listen to I'm gonna go really slow on the responses, and then we'll go into practice. So, Honde onde am oik all day. Ha, not al. And then you say, ha, no al. So practice for a little bit with your partners and just kind of take your time. We're not in any hurry. Just kind of practice. That's a long phrase.
How do you pronounce the A-U?
I. I. Yep.
Oi,
They are.
oi.
Okay, Michelle, Jane, we're gonna let y'all practice.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Honde onde aim oi all day.
Ho, no, so,
That sounds good. me
or
say it again.
ho, or ho, no,
Auto.
no, that's
Um,
all, that's yeah, no,
Honde onde aim. Wait, I messed up. Oh, what? Oh, Honde onde aim oi all day. And then it's
remember how to.
ha. No,
Ho, no, so,
so.
or ho, no,
No, so. Or no, or ha, nos,
no, so,
auto.
yeah,
Zottle or auto.
yeah,
Auto,
oh.
auto. Oops, my computer. All right, go ahead and ask.
Let me try. On day, and
Kind of like Chips Ahoy, but without the.
How y'all doing?
boy.
Let me hear you. Let me hear
I can't
Michelle
remember
try
when.
this
When he
phrase.
went up
Okay.
and then he went down. That's like,
Onde, aim, oi, God, they, did I say it right?
Tolha, that's good. Ha, nods al.
Ha,
Am I?
no,
Don't ask me
auto.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, oh, so,
Michelle,
ahead.
go ahead and ask me again, and I'm going to respond with the other response.
Okay. Onde, aim, oi, all day.
Oh, no al.
No, auto.
Very good. You want to try it, Jane?
okay.
Oh,
On day, and oi, all day.
Oh, nods al.
Or
And then
no,
am I? Don't ask me again.
okay. On day, and oi, cuddle. Oi, call day.
Oh,
Uh,
no al. So
no.
just remember that just work on that K sound all
Mhm.
day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all day.
Mhm. Now don't say call day.
Okay.
'Cause that
That's
means something
underwear.
else.
Yeah, there's that. It's
Don't
got
say
odd.
call day.
It's
Yeah.
got odd. uh, Got all day.
Call day.
All day.
Almost like a day, but
I mean, there's
day.
like a
Day.
stop in between the K and the all.
All day.
Got odd
Yeah, you can say the TD sound together. Say day. Almost like day,
day.
but you're putting a little.
Day.
Yeah, there you go. Day.
Yeah. Got all day. Got all.
Now. Call day.
Got all day.
Call. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Call day.
All day.
There you go. It's all hall.
All
Yeah, just
day.
don't say all day.
Yeah, don't say day.
Someone might hear something else. Okay. Okay. Well, we're having fun here. I know I am. So we'll go on to the next phrase. We'll get down through these phrases for this evening. And then y'all can practice throughout the week with your family or, just kind of review it on the YouTube page too. The next one is the interpretation of the next one is onde aim bone. Good to see you. How wonderful it is to see you. So it's really easy. Onde aim bone. aim bone. Remember, you're not saying bone, but you're just, you're nasalizing that O. Say,
Boom.
aim bone,
Boom.
aim bone. And you can make it as long as you want, because some old people, like my grandma, you say, oh, they own damn bone. She would say it like, make it long. Like how good it is to see you on their own damn bone.
I've heard that like longer they say it, they drag it
Yeah.
out, like the
Yeah.
longer it is or the
My
happier.
expressive. On their own damn bone. Like you're expressing like it's wonderful to see, So you can say it like that. Just take your time. Kiowas, we don't get in a rush. You don't hear like I've heard like college age students, they'd be like, Honda and bone. It doesn't sound Kiowa when you kind of
Yes.
speed it up. So the
that was
slower
one-
the better.
Yeah, that was one of the things I learned for sure when I was learning it with Travis
Yeah.
and Leon,
Yeah.
is I was trying to say it fast.
Yeah.
And you don't want it, because we speak English fast.
Yeah. You
We
can
talk fast and we don't even know it.
so you can take your time with
So
Kiowa.
it's best to just take your time and go slow, and it sounds better.
Yeah.
It does.
It does. So Honda onde and bone. It's how wonderful it is to see you. And the responses are just like when you said it's good to meet you. You say Nots al own time. So Nots al own time. That's the first phrase. And you're saying me too, I'm happy. And then the second phrase is no al own time. No al own time. So we'll go through the statement again. Honde onde and bone. And then you can select what response you can say. Not al own time. Not al own time. So let's back up here and go back to the statement. And I'm going to say the statement and then y'all repeat the statement just like I do. Honde onde and bone.
Onde and boom.
Oh. So honde onde and bone.
Onde
and bone.
Oh, so hard. Some people they shorten it and now they just say de onde and bone. Either way is okay. So just letting you know, some people say honde onde and bone. You can also just say de onde and bone. So it's however you want to use it. You just drop the on now and just say de onde and bone. But for this class, we're gonna say the whole thing. It's really formal. But honde onde bone. So Michelle, let's hear you, Michelle.
Onde and boom.
Oh, it's all hard. Jane,
Okay. Honde and bone.
you say aim bone. It comes up on the
Aim
bone
bone.
part.
And
There you go.
Yeah.
And then the
and
go ahead.
bone.
Oh, it's all hard. It's all hard. And then you say no, it's all our own time.
No sal own time.
There you
Own
go.
time.
Everybody repeat after me the first phrase. No, it's all
no,
No
no,
our own time.
own time.
And the second phrase, no al
No all
no,
our own.
our own time.
Okay. How do y'all feel about it? Do y'all have any problems? Let's just stop there for a second. Take a little breath. Y'all have any issues with anything that's been said on this phrase?
the response is what I'm having an issue with.
Okay. Which one? The first or the second?
Both of them.
Both of them? Okay. So that colon in the middle indicates like length. So you just think of it like almost like you're kind of slowing down for a big sound, right? You're saying not al.
No,
No.
I need to stop looking at my notes and start looking at the paper because I can understand it now. I can see it now.
Anytime you see that colon in the middle,
Oh,
you're kind of
not
getting ready
auto.
for a Kiowa sound. I
Oh.
say, not al.
Not auto. Okay, I got it. Ha, not auto.
I own time.
I own I own,
Not,
yeah.
not, it's time. So you want to say, I own time.
I own
Not
ta.
all, but I
I,
own time.
I own ta. I
There you
own
go.
ta. I own ta. Okay.
You want to nasalize it and say time.
Own I
Time.
own ta.
Oh,
I own ta. I
No,
own ta.
you want to say, I own time.
I
You want
own
to
ta.
nasalize it.
I own
There you
ta.
go.
Okay. I
There
own.
you go.
Got it.
There you
I
go.
own ta.
You got it now. I own time. No,
Own.
and then the second phrase is the same way. No al.
No auto.
I own time.
I own ta. No. No auto.
You can use either one. For me, I think the second ones are easier. No al. I own time. Because that O sound takes some practice. So I always say no al. I own time.
No auto. I own ta.
There you go.
No auto. I own ta.
Oh, good. Okay, so let's break up into our partners and practice this phrase for a few minutes.
Okay. You want
okay.
to go?
On the aim bon.
No auto. I own ta.
Not.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Ha, not auto. I own ta.
Yeah. No,
I
oh,
own ta. Okay. Honde aim bon.
oh. No, tal, ta.
What are we saying?
Well, we're saying, me too, I'm glad.
Yeah, that's right. But the first one, Honda, is hey, it's how wonderful.
How wonderful it is.
What is bon though? Because the first
Bon.
part, because all them Kiowa songs, you hear that Honda, aim, and then they go on aim song. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real familiar Kiowa song right there. That one of them right there. That phrase, Honda. We'll have to make him sing it.
Mhm.
We'll
Yeah.
put him on it.
On day, on time. Way yana yana hoi yana oi. No, I'm just kidding.
There's
Okay.
there's that song, Honda. Yeah, there's the
Yeah.
one Kiowa song that.
Oh, you talking about the birthday hymn? On day, dog attained safe, dog
Yeah,
sando.
yeah.
That's a lot of hymns start with it. On day. Now you know what they're saying.
Mhm.
And they're not saying own day, but they're saying on day.
On
So,
day,
Down.
yeah.
on day. So what
Yeah.
did bon mean? On day, aim bon. What does that mean now?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Bon.
Okay.
And then just like the other phrases, they add the I, the A-U-I-Y sound. I, yeah. And it means again.
On
So
day,
it's good to
on day.
see you again. You say, on day, am I bon.
Boy.
I bon. Yeah. On day, am I bon. So I'm gonna say it one more time, and then y'all repeat after me. On day, am I bon.
On day,
Am
I
I bon.
bon. There you go.
I bon.
One more time. On day, am I bon.
Honde
Onde
em
e
oi
oi
bom.
bom.
There you go. And the same responses, ha, not al, or ha, no al. So ha, not al.
Oh, not all.
There you go. That sounded really good. And ha, no al.
No,
Oh, na auto.
oh, no all.
Oh,
Oh,
auto.
very good. Very good. So you're just saying it's wonderful to see you again. So oi bon means again, oi, and then to see again.
Oi.
So y'all think y'all can practice with that one for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna break up into our partners and then we'll go through our last phrase of the evening.
Okay. So Hyundai onde aim oi bon. Aim oi bon.
Oh, no all. Or ho, no all. Or no all.
Oh, oh.
Onde em oi bom.
Ha. Ha not auto. Oh, I'm messing up. Ha not auto. Own ta. Is that was that one? Ha not auto.
No all.
Own ta. Own ta. Own ta. Own ta. Ha nas auto. Own ta. That was one I had just learned.
Yeah, no, no.
Okay, the last phrase.
No, what did that last phrase mean?
Oh, good to see you again. Wonderful to see you again. And this last phrase is it means you're kind of like making that we talk about making things longer. They'd be like, "Oi, Tonga, ha am bom." Like there long ago, I have not seen you. I've not seen you in a long time. Yeah. So you see that O-I. Oi, Tonga, ha am bom. Ha am bom
Oh,
means like I have not seen you in a long time. So they're kind of you can just say it. Oi, Tonga hon and bone. Remember I told you like that hon in that when we talked about that that phrase of the week, hon is that negative marker, like I have not seen you in a long time. So we're gonna just take it word by word. Y'all just practice, y'all just repeat after me each word. So we'll go oi,
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 Tonga,
don,
on,
hon,
aim,
aim,
bone.
bone,
bone.
So we'll go back
bone,
through it one more time. Are y'all
bone.
hearing me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Oi,
Oi, oi.
Tonga,
Don,
Oh, God. Wait.
on, aim,
hon, aim,
Oi,
bone.
bone, mo,
bone.
bone,
Oi,
Oi,
Tonga,
oi,
on, aim, bone. On, aim, bone. I always say it almost sounds like I say home,
hon,
but
aim, bone,
on, aim,
aim bone.
bone. Have not
aim,
seen you in a
bone,
long
Aim
time.
bone.
Tonga means long time,
Aim bone.
and then I haven't seen,
Aim
on.
bone.
What is the oi mean?
It's just kind of like oh, there. I guess it's like saying there, like oi, over there. It means like oi means like over there, like there is what you're saying. Like
Oi,
ooh, oi, Tonga honem bone.
tonga.
I
bone,
haven't seen you in a long time.
go,
Some people say it like oi, Tonga honem bone. Like I haven't seen in a long
Tonga.
time. oi or oi, you're talking about over there.
Oi.
I only know that.
Oh,
grandmother-
oh,
Oi,
boom.
you- She camps over there. Like, like that was for Indian. Camps away from everybody. So I don't know why she got the name, but that's what they call. Oi. Say oi, Tonga, Hanem Bone, Mom. So I'm gonna go through it one more time and say oi, Tonga,
Oi,
on
aim, boom.
Bone, Mom.
Bongo.
Oh, ma.
And then the responses are ha, nots al. Nots al.
No.
Yeah, that's.
No.
Two. And you say ha, na al. Yes, me too.
No.
Mhm.
Not.
So I'm gonna say the whole thing all together and y'all try to repeat after me. We'll go through it a couple of times. Oi, Tonga, Han and Bone, Ma.
Oi, Tonga, aim, boom, ma.
Bone, Ma.
Oh, Tonga.
That's good.
Oh,
Y'all can say it as loud. We're all friends here, so y'all can, if y'all want to sound like old Kiowas, like haven't seen each other in a long time, that's okay.
All right.
Because that's going to make you sound even more Kiowa. I think I always talk Kiowa like my grandfather, like he would say, "Oi," like Tonga, on and bone, ma, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they would be telling you. I haven't
Oi,
seen you in a long time.
Mhm.
aim,
So,
boom.
so you can be expressive with language. That's the poetic beauty of it. So, oi, Tonga, hon and bone, ma. Go ahead. Here we go. Y'all repeat after me.
Oh,
Oi,
Tonga.
Tonga.
Oh, we're not splitting up in partners yet.
Oh, not yet.
We're all just saying it together. Oi, Tonga, hon and bone, ma.
On aim, boom.
Everybody repeat now. One more time.
Tonga. Han and
Oi,
Bone.
Tonga, hon and bone, ma.
ma.
Very good.
Sounds like Star Wars.
And the responses are the same. Ha, nots, al,
Or I guess
and
I should
ha,
say
na,
Star
al.
Wars. Like,
Yes.
Not
Well, let's
that.
practice that.
Okay.
And
Oh, no.
y'all practice online and we're gonna practice here.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Okay. Oi, Tonga, Han and Bone, Ma.
Oh, not Otto. Oh, not Otto.
Yeah.
I think putting the reflection in it like that. Yeah, me too. I'm glad. Like, not Otto.
Yeah.
All right, let me try it.
Not.
Oi, tong yahon aim boom ma.
Ha, not za. Or ha, na al.
Oh, no.
Does Tonga mean?
I know. We'll have to ask when we
I'm
come
not
back.
real.
Oi, don't. Oi, Tonga. I always wanted to start clicking my tongue. Oh, Tonga.
That's the
You
first
said
part of the
something about
lesson. We just want to do
oversharing.
some greetings. And I think just getting used to hearing it and the flow of it will only help with how it goes. And this one lesson will take us a couple of times to get through. But y'all can practice that throughout the month. We are having a lesson on Tuesday at lunch. I know we all have work and stuff, but if there is a
Is it
link,
this tomorrow?
it's the 28th
The
next week.
28th. Okay.
So we're gonna take a week. If y'all want to listen, we'll probably run through these phrases again. And then I'm not gonna dive into the whole lesson, unless we kind of get some vocabulary and grammar, but we'll do that again next.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Not really. A after joke is it just a?
That's all it is, but you gotta, there's some there's some poetic competence behind that. You gotta know how to use it. It's gotta be timing, it's gotta be length,
Yeah.
and then even volume. You say, I've seen people say, "Hey," and it kind of off, and everybody kind of like, that's too loud. Yeah.
People say like a friend of mine came up to me and she said, well, I just hear about you from Facebook. And then she said, A.
So, I
I
mean,
just see you on
it
Facebook.
doesn't
That was
mean
it, yeah.
anything, it's just.
No, just a humorous marker. This is like, I'm making a joke and I want you to know it's supposed to be funny.
No, you have to tell someone you're joking.
Yeah.
He's an LOL.
Yeah, exactly. LOL.
Okay, so on the 28th, then, did you say 12:30?
It should be at 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay, and is it
It'll be on Zoom only.
Zoom?
Yeah, it'll be
Okay.
on Zoom only. And
I
we'll
had a-
probably repeat a lot of these
I had a question
phrases
for
just so
the
people can have the chance to kind of zoom in and hear them during the lunch period.
I had a question for the class.
All
Are you
righty, Michelle, very nice to meet you. You too, Jane.
Mhm.
Do y'all have any questions before we sign off here?
Yeah, can you hear me, Warren?
Oh, hold on a second. The volume was down a little bit. Go ahead.
I have a question for the class. Are you guys getting our emails? If not, send me your address. I can add you. I send out emails with reminders for the class. We posted on our website. We posted on Facebook, although we're not, we're not huge on Facebook. So I just wanted to know how you guys are hearing about it. And
Email.
you hear email? Okay, perfect. Okay, good. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
email work.
Good that our emails are going out then.
Yeah, no, I'm
Good.
happy. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. Michelle, you got a question or anything? You good? You can practice
No.
this throughout the month.
I'm loving it. You know
Okay.
what I wanted,
We're gonna,
Mom?
and like I said, this is, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to tell you, we'll post this to the YouTube channel too, so you can kind of listen in throughout the month at your leisure.
Yeah, my mom used to sing Jesus loves the little children, and I used to hear thinking in my mind what she was saying, but then I got it all combobulated, you know.
Hmm.
I remember how she would do the colors, red and yellow, black and white, But I've yet to
Ah.
see somebody sing it or hear it sing. I hear all the other Kiowa Sims, but I haven't heard that one yet. I don't know if you know anybody that's got it recorded on YouTube.
I think there's somebody that has it. I'll have to look around for it.
That's not the one
Yeah.
that's like, so.
G-
No, she's talking about Jesus, little children.
Oh, okay.
And I know I'm gonna
I'll
murder
have-
it. It's like Jesus, Santa Gante Gote. I know I'm murdering it. Hey ha da 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 da. And then red and yellow, black and white. It's the way she says it. She used to say it. And anyways, I wish I could find somebody who would record it because I would love to learn it.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look for it. I think not Fred, Ralph Cote had that recording. I'll have to look for it though. Try to
Yeah,
find it
I
somewhere.
would love it. I would really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Do
that's,
you know that one?
I know that one, the Prairie Dog song.
A prairie dog, that's the one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know that one. Tado, tado, tom, bado, de tado, tom, bado, de bottom top, de oh, yup, alone, say, holy up alone, say, dicku, dicku,
That's the one
dicku.
my grandma used to sing.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that one. But yeah, well, I don't know the Jesus Loves Me in Kiowa. I'll have to look for a
Or
recording of
Jesus
it.
loves the little children.
Loves little children, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Class.
Well, hopefully we'll continue to do this monthly, but thank you all for joining, and we'll get an email out to when our next class is, but y'all practice this throughout the month.
All right. I hope.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we'll do the greeting, the sign off. We don't say goodbye in Kiowa. We say, "Hey, goy moi bonton." We'll learn that later. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you all. Have a good night.
Bye.
Mhm. Bye.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, what does that mean?